Yo, what's hit? It's me, Millie Money. I'm back, y'all. How y'all doing? It's fine, man. All right, man. I got the simulation on for baseball. The show 25. All right, we got the Phillies and we got the Braves. So should be a good one. Check it out and let's tune in, y'all. Let's make it happen.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll here. And today's starting pitcher, Grant Holmes.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
And now the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Here's Turner now. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
And that skips in the dirt.
That's the ball.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss and a slider.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And that one ripped into right. And foul ball. Back to the mound. He's got it. Fires over to first. Turner is out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Bryce Harper stands in now, looks at that one inside. Holmes, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That clips the corner. That's ball 4, trying another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Alec Bohm stands in now and watches strike one. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Harper off of first with 2 away. On the ground right side, Albies whips it to first. 3rd out. It's the Phillies nothing, Braves coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And on the hill for the Phillies, Taijuan Walker.
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the 1st, now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the 2nd. There's the strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Ozzie Albies batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And there's the strike. In the dirt, and the count is 1-2. Way inside, gets out of the way. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. To third. Handles, throws to first, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 1st here tonight. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Marcell Ozuna. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one fouled off. Two out, space is empty. Pitch misses there. It's 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Down in order go the Braves. Scoreless after 1. set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Max Kepler. Holmes back to work. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball one. That one fouled off. Foul ball there. Goes down looking.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away, so you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. Tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting seventh, the catcher,
And now it is JT Realmuto. That one missed.
1-0.
Swings through that one for strike one.
1-1.
No score here in the second. And that drops in for a strike.
1-2. Ball two.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Atlanta, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
And
That's
ball one. And another ball. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. Absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here comes Austin Riley. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Well, he used to be a pitcher back in the day, Boog. In fact, fans used to give him a hard time in his rookie ball days because he started the season with a long slump. He'd get messages questioning if he should go back to pitching, but turns out he made the right choice.
Next offering misses down and away. And that one missing low.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Out of here. Into the planter, out in center. Home run. He'll circle the bases. It's 2-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here's Sean Murphy. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. Gonna count 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Next offering is down low. And that one is inside.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Brian De La Cruz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Jared Kellner in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The 0-1. This one chopped up the middle. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
So, man aboard. Here's Orlando Arcia. Ball one there. Pickoff move to first. Kelnick back in on a dive. Kelnick off of first with 2 away. This one high in the air to left center. Marsh moves under it. Nabs it, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. On to the 3rd inning. This is Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
1 ball, no strike.
Kicks and fires. That one blasted deep to right. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Round second, digging for third. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Everything came together for him. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Runner at third, nobody out. Brandon Marsh digs in now. And that's a little bit high. And it's 1-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Line to left, down the line, and it's foul. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Kyle Schwarber. Swinging a foul out of play. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And fouled off. In the dirt, nothing happening on the bases, though. And that's in the dirt. Double play ball to second. There's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin kill.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Trey Turner at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
2 outs. And there's a foul ball. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's a laser base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Turner at second with 2 down. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, inning over, and it could have been worse. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now here is Michael Harris II. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that's off the inside edge.
1-0.
Ball 1.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Runner at first with no outs here. Line drive, caught.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
1 strike.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
That clips the corner. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That one felt good, and they add to their lead. It's 4-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. In plenty of time to first, and Olson is set down.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. He's already homered here in this one. That one drilled left field. And that ball is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 5-1. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the ditch. Sometimes you say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
So here's Murphy now. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that's a foul ball. Two gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across here in the last half of the third. Next offering is in for a strike. And the sweeper is off the plate. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Stott over to first in time. Inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 5-1. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Alec Bohm. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And that skips into dirt. Yeah, that's fouled off. That catches the zone for a strike, and the count is 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And it remains 2-2.
Count full.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. In the air, right field. Makes the grab, 1 away.
The batter, the left fielder, Max Kepler.
Now batting Max Kepler. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Kepler, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Oh.
And they'll do it again. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Throw on to Olsen, and there are 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 8, Nick Castellanos.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Up next to Philadelphia, the catcher, JT.
Here's JT Realmuto. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Just missed.
1-0.
And the 1-0. And
That's the ball.
downstairs.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
2-0. And another ball. Castellanos, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fastball in for a strike, 3-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Great ball.
Great
Strike.
RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Cut on and lifted in the air. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Phillies leave a couple. They're down here 5-1. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the 4th, now in for the Braves, Brian De La Cruz. Right through there for a strike. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Christopher Sanchez. Up and loosening in the pen, Hernandez. Warming up as well. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Man, that
No
was
ball.
pretty
Stay
gross
straight.
right there.
High in the air, out to right. Castellanos moves on it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jared.
Here's Jared Kelenic. Reached on an infield single his first time. That one misses. Ball
1
1.
ball, no strike.
That's a little bit low. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Taijuan Walker done for the night. Got them some innings, but they didn't come easy. New pitcher coming on, and we'll be back after a quick break.
Now pitching for
New pitcher now, Jose Alvarado.
Number 46.
This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Alvarado.
So digging in, Orlando Arcia. Fly to center his first time. Strike one. That misses off the outside edge.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
1-2.
Man at first, one away. That
2-2.
one not close. And it's 2-2. Pickoff throw. Kelman back on a dive. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Harris,
Nope,
the
that's
next to
low.
hit, takes ball one. To first, and they've got him picked off. To second,
On
and
the
he's
tag,
out.
you're out.
That is the inning. Braves go down quickly here. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh.
Holmes back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Phillies, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
And that is out of play. And that's
1
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground a second. Albies over to first in time. 1 away here in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 0 for 2 in this one. And the
That's a
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0. Nope, that's away.
The Braves leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. Right through there for a strike. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Full count.
Stays alive. One down, base is empty. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Three-two. Oh, that hit him. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Grant Holmes won't go any further. They had a pretty good outing for him as he leaves with a nice lead. New pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Braves, Spencer Schwellenbach. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Two down, bases empty. Trey Turner now. And there's the strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands. No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Hit in the air, left field. De La Cruz sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. Bottom of the inning. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris II. The pitch. Clips the corner. Strike one.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
The 0-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Albies up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. The lefty, the 1-0. That's a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Off the mark there. 2-1. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Braves, the designated hitter, Marcell.
2 outs, base is empty. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. He's already homered in this game. Just off the outside edge. And that is ball 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Late with the swing there.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
1-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground to third. Boom. The throw to first. Ozuna is out, and that will end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're up 5-1. Back here in Atlanta, here comes Bryce Harper.
Here's something interesting. Lots of Braves have thrived here at Truist Park, but one guy who's done well as a visiting player, Bryce Harper. Over the first 6 years this park was open, he hit 12 homers in just 43 regular season games.
The Braves bullpen has some activity. Daysbel Hernandez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Elder also throwing. In there at the knees. 0-2.
0-2.
Just
No, that's
missed.
a ball.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Fastball is outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That one misses, and the count is filled up.
3-2.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Murphy hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now back, the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
And here comes Alec Bohm.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one ripped. And a foul ball. Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. And that one upstairs.
1-1.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Inside, just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
One gone, runner at first. Max Kepler at the plate. And that's in there for strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
To the right side, and it stays fair. Bohm around second, headed for third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
The right fielder, number 8,
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 1 for 2. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Runners at the corners, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Looked like it was a little bit up.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
The next offering misses. The count now 2-2. Bohm, the runner at third. Kepler over at first with 1 away. And that is downstairs. And the count's full. Swings and misses. 2 down.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Real Muto stands in now and watches strike one.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Harris has a beat on it. And that is that. So they strand a pair. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-5-6 coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Phillies 1. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. And now the first baseman, Matt Olson. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. And another ball. That misses. Ball 3. And he hits a ground ball right side. Stott over to first in time. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
So here's Riley now. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
Swinging a foul straight back. That missed by a lot.
1 strike.
And 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Tapped softly on the ground. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Sean.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Whoa.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And that one is off the top of the wall and into second easily with a 2-out double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for Atlanta, Brian De La Cruz. There's the strike. just off the inside edge.
1-1.
Murphy at second with 2 down. And that misses. And it's 2-1. Just missed.
3-1.
Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Man on second, 2 down. Grounder off the pitcher. And no chance for him to make the play. Let's just hope he's all right.
The right fielder.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
And now the right fielder, Jared Kellner. He's 2 for 2. Outside low, 1-0.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We're through 6 full. It's the Braves 5 and the Phillies 1. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Ground ball right side. Olsen handles the chance. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one missing inside. Three-two now.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
The Braves leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground right side. Throw on to Olsen. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kyle.
2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a foul straight back. Two outs. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Riley sizing this one up, makes the catch, inning over. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Braves 5 and the Phillies 1.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Carlos Hernandez. He's making his second appearance of the season. So digging in, Orlando Arcia.
That's shortstop, Orlando.
Hernandez, the tall righty, 255 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that turns the lineup over.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And here is Michael Harris II. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Arcia aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering is fouled back.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Misses inside. 1-2 to count.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Albies
No,
in the box
that's a ball.
here. Lets that one go for a ball. The 1-0. Swinging a drive deep right field. Way back there. And out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and they boost their lead. It's 7-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Now at the plate, Marcell Ozuna.
Oh.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And now the count 1-2 after the
1-2.
swing and a miss. Still only one out here in the inning. Hard hit right side. Ozuna is
He's out.
out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
And the batter now, Matt Olson.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
One ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
One ball, two strike.
That's off the inside corner. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there's a ball. Austin Riley on deck, already 2 homers in the game.
Huge impact in this one so far, and you know he'd like to make some noise in this inning as well.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 8-1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Carlos Hernandez is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher on now, Christopher Sanchez. He's into the game with the bases empty.
61. Christopher Sanchez.
Here comes Austin Riley. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here, the bottom of the 7th. There's a strike.
1-1.
Falling behind 2-1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Outside corner, there's a strike. And down on strikes he goes, and the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-1. You're dialed into the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
That's down and in. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Harper, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Braves up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. That
One ball,
misses,
one
and
strike.
it's 1-1. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
That one missed. That misses the zone, and the count's full. On the ground, right side. Albies throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Two down, base is empty. And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Alec Bohm. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. An absolute smash to left. It's 8-2.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And now here is Max Kepler. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Sean Murphy. And that's down and away. Sanchez. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Next offering misses, and the count is 2-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tanner Banks appears to be getting loose. Kirkering also getting ready. That one is hammered right field. Castellanos going back up against the wall and brings it in.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
De La Cruz stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And that one fouled off.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
Out to short. Tosses to first. That's it out. Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Jared Kellner, the next to hit.
That's the ball.
Two down, nobody on. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
1-1.
Foul ball there. Up and in, and the count is even 2-2.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And the next pitch is way outside. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Arcia stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Kelnick off of first with 2 away. And that's in for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
2-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Struck him out looking. Braves strand 1. They lead at 8-2.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bryce Elder.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 3. On a line out towards center. Harris puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th.
Nope, that's high.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Hit in the air, right field. Kelnick makes the catch, and there are 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. That one pushed to the left and foul. Two outs. That one fouled off. One strike away. Got it! And that's the ball game.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
8-2 the final here for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Alrighty, that's game. Gosh, that was a one-sided game. I thought, be a lot closer. But hey, simulations are simulations. One way or another, team wins. But hey, yeah. So tune into the game tonight. Should be a good one. Check it out. See who pulls it off. Phillies or Braves. Baseball still in the beginning of the season. But yeah, things can go either way. But alright, y'all. Appreciate y'all for following me, support me. And if you don't follow me, I'd appreciate it if you would. YouTube or Twitch. Million_money. All your support counts.